I have decided on creating this Photoshop tutorial on creating a product page. Right here I'm zoomed into part of the page. I'm going to zoom out again. So I'm making this page here inside of Photoshop, and these are just different elements. On the side here you can see I have folders for row 1. This is so that I can control all of row 1 and in relation how I want it to the next row and to the title Porsgrund up at the top. So inside row 1 I have dinner plate. This is a smart object. You can see the little icon in this side here. I have this last row left to do. So I got some information from my parents. It's an Excel file. The name of each, the English name, because this is Norwegian bind here, or it was. So I have the project number and the name. And they also took a page I sent them, which ones they wanted to use and which order they wanted in. So, okay, so the most important part here is this. I'm going to show you how I created this page. Okay, I'm just going to zoom in here. I'm using the old shortcut of spacebar and command to get a plus and then alt for minus. That's kind of the old way of doing it, which is the way I'm kind of used to it as well. So right now I'm in row 4. I'm not created a folder yet, but I'm in 13 right here. So I have created a text here, and then the next object is then 15. It's just hidden, so I need to get a 4th. Actually, I'm on 14 here. Here's 14, and you see the text right here. I went to their website, Porsgrund, and clicked on each object and took a screenshot. In here, I made a new document, A4, and 150 dots per inch. So I took in an object, I just dragged it from the folder here on the desktop where I collect the screenshots, drag them in here. Our smart object was created. So right now I took a screenshot with the article number. Okay, this might sound a little bit messy from what I just said now, but that's okay. So I'm going to go over here and I'm on the last row. I'm just going to copy this. And what I copy that, and I need to then take a copy of the text, or that's what I'm going to do. Holding on Alt, dragging it over, pressing T, double clicking here, and then Command V for paste. So this is then the mug flower. So I need to get then the project number, Command C, copy. I'm going to push this aside for now. Go back into Photoshop, and this is already active. I'm just click down here. I'm double clicking, triple clicking, or double clicking to select the whole here. Command V to paste it in. And I'm going to go out of this then. I'm going to check this number that this is correct from what I have in the Excel file then. And it looks correct. So now I can go in and modify this image. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to drag this down here to under 14 first. So I have the correct here. I'm going to double click here. After edit content, choose File, Save to commit the changes. So that's what I need to do. These changes will then reflect upon returning to the page Porsgrund PSD. Okay. I'm just going to zoom in here again. Space command, or that's how I do it. You can do it command plus or minus if you want, or use a zoom icon, or below here. So right now I want to then just have the cup and remove everything else. I want this area to be transparent. If I just remove the background here, it's still going to stay white. So I need to unlock this layer. Okay, now I'm actually doing something with the layer. So this can be a little bit tricky, selecting this whole area, because this is going a lot of white. So I'm just going to work on selecting this area the best I can. And I'm going to, when I get to some uncertain areas, I'm going to click. So I got a lot of area here. Okay, this is not bad. I need to select this area up at top here. And as I said, I'm clicking, so if I make one mistake, that worked, oops, and then I'm doing Command Z, undo, and it goes back to the last thing I clicked. Undo. I'm going to zoom in again, and I'm going to do marquee round, hold down Shift, so you see a plus sign, and I'm just going to kind of wiggle it in like this. And there are other ways of doing it as well. I can use magnetic lasso, which I'll use in a moment. So there's a lot of ways of doing this. Okay, magnetic lasso is right up here under lasso. So I need to hold on Shift again to get a plus sign. It will follow whatever contours of color that's available here. So it's following pretty nicely. I'm just going to go back to the beginning. You see a round circle and end it. So below here, plus, and it's able to follow pretty nicely. And I'll take back to there and a circle. Okay. So I need to click often so it follows along the edge I want it to follow along. And as I said, there's a lot of ways of doing this. I'm going to get this area too. And I just want the cup. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to expand it. Select, modify, and expand. Expand by 2, so I'm sure it's outside the cup range here. I think I'm going to delete this area in here. So I'm going to select then the quick selection tool. Hold down Alt so I get a minus, and that was just a little bit too much. So as you see the plus in here, I'm just going to see if I can wiggle that in place. Like so. And I can add a little bit more areas in here. Doesn't matter if it's not precise. So I'm going to do then the select inverse, and that means it's going to select everything except the cup. And I press delete, backspace, and Command D to deselect, and it's just fine. I'm going to zoom back out, hold on C for crop, or go up to crop up here. So I'm going to crop this image. Let's see, crop is under, it's right here. So I'm going to just go fairly close to it and crop again, and I'm pressing V for select. I'm just going to save it, Command S. So I go back to my main document, and as you see right now, let's see. Okay. There's no text here on the side. I have what I need right here, and I can line this fairly nicely. I'm going to do one more, show it one more time. Okay, where's number 15? It's up here. I have the text on the side. Okay, is this the correct one? It's the dinner plate. I'll just look on the page here. It's number 15. Yes, it has a butterfly in there, so that's correct. So again, I'm going to start with copying text. Click in text. I have a selection tool active. Hold on Alt, drag it over. And I want to go to my Excel file where I have information that I need. So this is the dinner plate. Copy and paste. Paste, okay, and then back into Excel. I'm gonna then get the code or the product number. Back in Photoshop, paste, and check it if it is correct. 83, let's see, 4383, 0 TFL 16902. Yes, that looks correct. Okay, I'm going to drag this down below the product. Here's the product. Yes. I'm going to double click right here so it opens the file. Okay, one more time. Okay, zoom in. Select it. Here's fairly easy. I'm going to just do a circle here. I'm going to hold down Shift now. Hold down space bar and kind of drag it over. Let go of the space bar. Here I'm holding down space bar, and here I'm letting it go. I'm still holding down Shift though. So get a nice circle as I want right here, or fairly close. I'll expand it again in a moment. It's okay. Select, select, modify, and expand by 2. And I'm using the arrow keys on my keyboard right now. Okay, I expand it again. Because it doesn't matter if it goes a little bit outside. I just want to be sure I have the plate. Okay, I'll do select, inverse, and if I do that backspace now, it goes to, see, content aware pattern black or white. I don't want to do that. I just want to do transparent. So I'm double clicking here, okay, and then delete again, gone. Command D to deselect the marquee, and then I'm going to save it. Command S, go back to my file, and there it is without the extra information on the side here. So we're almost done. Let's take a look at what it looks like right now. It's a little bit squished. I'm going to make a new row. Row 4. Row 4. And we have all of these. I've selected first, hold on Shift, select the last. I can do, or do a command. Okay, and same with these. Drop them right below. So I got them in. If they're not, I would just have to wiggle them a little bit around. Because you see it outside here, it's outside. So basically, let's try it out. I have row 4 here. So they have a little bit too tiny space. So I'm going to hold on Shift and arrow keys up. Row 2, Shift arrow key up. And I might do a free transform on the objects inside a folder. Or I might just leave it as they are. Okay, I have one object left, but I'm going to stop the tutorial there. Here you have some ideas how this works. I'm just going to take this all the way up to the edge. And this is looking fairly well then. So be sure to save on occasion. Okay, bye-bye.